So the linchpin holding their whole world together was bronze. For them, bronze was like crude oil and microchips are for us today. It was the essential thing. But here's the catch. To make bronze, you need copper and tin. Copper was pretty common, but tin? Tin was incredibly rare. They had to get it from mines as far away as modern-day Afghanistan.
So think about that. The entire military and economic power of all these huge empires, it all depended on this precarious supply chain that, as one historian put it, must have felt as fragile as a cobweb. And if that cobweb broke, everything would come crashing down. And, well, it did.
So what happened? Who or what could possibly shatter this incredibly complex world so completely? For a long time, if you looked at the ancient texts, all the evidence seemed to point to one prime suspect.
Yeah, inscriptions from Egypt, like this one from Pharaoh Ramses III, talk about a mysterious group of invaders known only as the Sea Peoples. He says, no lands could stand before their arms. They just cut through everyone, desolating the people. They were basically described as this unstoppable force that just swept in from the sea and left nothing but ruin.
And then there's this, an unsent letter from the king of Ugarit. It's this desperate plea for help. My father, now ships of the enemy have come. They've been setting fire to my cities. And the most heartbreaking part? It was found baked hard in the fire that destroyed the city it was trying to save. The attack was so sudden that Ugarit's own armies and navy were somewhere else entirely, totally unaware their home was being wiped off the face of the earth.
So the Sea Peoples were painted as this vast, unstoppable horde. They'd appear out of nowhere, hit with overwhelming force, and just leave destruction behind. And for a really long time, that was the story everyone accepted. The mysterious villains were found, case closed, right? Well, not so fast. Because when you start to look a little closer at all the evidence, the story gets way, way more complicated. You know, a single supervillain makes for a nice, simple story. But the truth, it's almost never that simple.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Does the story of a single group of bad guys really add up? Could one group of invaders, no matter how tough they were, actually be responsible for the collapse of an entire interconnected world that stretched for thousands of miles? It seems unlikely.
And that's because the archaeology tells a totally different story. It points to a much more complex crime scene. It turns out, a lot of these great cities weren't destroyed by raiders from the sea at all. No, they were taken down by their own neighbors, by rivals on land who basically saw a moment of weakness and just went for it.
So what this really points to is